This story isn't just a tale, it's a warning. On October 15, 2024, a man named Thomas Gallegos shattered the safety of a family's home in Sterling, Colorado. Gallegos, once trusted to install a washer and dryer in their house, returned in the dead of night, wearing a clown mask, to commit a horrifying crime. The girl in this story is real. Though her name has been changed to protect her, her bravery may have saved her life, but it serves as a reminder. Not everyone you trust belongs in your home. Gallegos now faces charges that could put him behind bars for the rest of his life. 8-year-old Lily, as we'll call her, was asleep when something woke her. At first, it was nothing more than a feeling, an awareness that she wasn't alone. The house was silent, her parents sleeping in their room down the hall, and yet something was wrong. Opening her eyes, Lily felt her heart hammer in her chest. A figure moved at the foot of her bed. Before she could scream, a hand covered her mouth, stifling the sound. She felt something soft slip over her eyes, plunging her into darkness, a blindfold. The man tried to take her, but Lily wasn't about to let him. Panic surged through her, but so did something else. Strength. She squirmed and kicked, fighting against his grip. She could hear him breathing hard, struggling to keep her still, but she wouldn't give up. She scratched his arm, her small hands clawing at the fabric of his shirt, and when she bit down on his gloved hand, it was enough. His hold loosened just for a moment, but it was all she needed. Ripping off the blindfold, Lily's eyes darted around the room. She caught a glimpse of him, a clown mask, sinister and cold, covering his face. It was like something out of a nightmare. Then with one quick strike, he knocked her out. When she woke, her head throbbed and her mouth tasted like metal. She could barely move, but she was alive. The man was gone. Her room looked the same as it always did, except for two things: a pair of gloves and the mask, discarded on the floor near the window. Her parents burst into the room, their faces pale with fear. They found Lily bruised and trembling, but alive. As they held her tight, the realization of what had nearly happened filled the room like a dark cloud. The police came soon after, piecing together the terrifying events of that night. Thomas Gallegos, the man who had once seemed so ordinary, so helpful, had been the intruder. The same man who had walked through their front door, days before had returned in the night, to commit a crime that could never be forgotten. He had taken Lily's phone, discarding it near the interstate, a careless mistake that would ultimately lead to his capture. It wasn't long before his wife identified him from a surveillance video, recognizing the clown mask he carried as their grandson's. Now, Gallegos faces a future in prison, possibly for the rest of his life. And though the little girl's wounds will heal, the memory of that night will linger, a reminder of how quickly trust can turn to terror. Please subscribe, like, and share. Thanks for watching.